Oh, next round of people. Jin. Leaning on the billiard table was Jin, looking at her barman, thinking, maybe she was the person he was searching for. They had barely talked to each other, so he still wasn't sure what to think of her. It seemed like the right time to know her better. His first impressions of her had been similar to the ones he had with poker and darts. Smart, and, if she decided to win the game, potentially dangerous. Luckily, up to that point, she had remained neutral, contributing to the council's end, above all else working as Lime's counterbalance. A strange pair. Let's see if I get lucky. Are you free right now? Check. Oh, evidence. Oh, Bill. Just in time. Just in time? I was starting to get bored. Who better to play around at billiards with than you? Could have sworn I already said I never played it once 1 hour ago. Sorry. Just kidding. I remember. Having someone to talk to is enough. I think it's the first time we're talking alone. Good time to ask some things. He had approached wanting to ask, but suddenly he was the one being questioned. It was fair, though, and perhaps she had the same question. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess so. You often with poker or Lime. Yeah, it's like I'm a weirdo magnet. Thought you got along well with them. Or at least with poker, because Lime is, well, you know that better than I do, actually. It's just complaining for complaining's sake. I'm actually cool with it. I've just met him. And really, a weirdo like me is gonna attract other weirdos. Nothing weird about that. I honestly prefer it that way. It makes me stand out less. I can relate to that. Actually, nobody here seems very normal. Be that good or bad. Probably both. You think so? You seem pretty normal to me. I do my best to seem so. You also seem normal to me. Huh, thanks. Oh, don't tell Lime any of this. Just because I'm cool with her doesn't mean that I want her to cling to me all day. Not like that's the biggest problem I have today, not by a mile, as you can imagine. Yeah, same. So, going back to what you were saying, what'd you want to ask? Ah, yeah, we went completely off the tracks, and you also wanted to ask something. We weren't in a position to waste too much more time, so I'll be frank. Do you really think we can all come out of this one alive? He had known what to expect, but the question ended up being the one he had gotten several times by then. The one he despised. Noticing his reaction, Jin continued. Personally, I still don't have enough proof to be sure, but that's also my goal. Huh? Surprised? I guess a bit. Not that I thought you would play, just... Oh, no, I'll play. Just not in the way our kidnappers want us to play. Not gonna let anyone control me like some puppet. They both seem to have the same conviction, but there's a key difference. Might be too pragmatic. What do you mean by that? I want the same thing you do, but until I can be sure it's possible, my focus will be somewhere else. Uncovering this game's secrets. So you think it's not possible? More like there doesn't seem to be a way right now, but doesn't mean there never will. Classic devil's proof. Devil what? Basically, you can't prove it doesn't exist. That's why I'm asking. I want to know if it's really just a conviction that pushes you. If you have something planned. Sorry to disappoint you, but I still don't have anything solid. I think the key lies in collaborating with two That'd be the only conclusion with what we know. Finding out who it is shouldn't be hard with the data. Just a matter of time till we know everyone's numbers. Are you sure? That would be good. There's several rules that most will want to remove, and if they discover who has them... That's why we have to think fast and act even faster. Time is vital. My gloomy side's telling me we got a bad hand. Ending up here is already pretty unlucky. Duh, but that's not what I'm saying. I mean the conditions we received. Either you or me had number 2, things would be quite different, for example. Oh, I see. Tried the best he could to hide his lack of knowledge on his own number. You have to play with the hand you're given, like it or not. It doesn't look like we'll get another go at this. It's all or nothing. Ah, shit, it's starting to sound like poker. Too much time playing with him. Still owes me a rematch. Then we should keep investigating, right? Sure, always. And at least if the game turns out badly and we can't escape, we have to uncover who's behind this and give them what they deserve. Might sound weird, but I'm not very interested in that. If we can all survive, that's enough for me. Actually, I'd say that's more ambitious. But why? You're not even curious the reason we're here? Yeah, sure, I would like to know, but I'd be happy enough just to get my life back. On top of that, I don't think I could understand someone capable of building this game. Hearing their motives probably wouldn't help at all. It would just confuse me more. Actually, you might be right at that. There's really only 2 options, money or insanity. Probably madness. Must be some sadist. Would someone get money out of this? Technically speaking, this is a kidnapping. They can ask for ransom, or maybe it's just entertainment and we have an audience. Yeah, not pretty. That's the sort of darkness that this world's capable of. Clearly, whatever it is, it's not something we'll agree with, so it must be justice. I'll leave justice to the police. As you should. Oh, and what'd you want from me? I almost forgot the objective. It's a simple question. It might sound a bit weird, but you're a wizard. Here it goes. What? Surprise slime? Here it comes, oh boy. Houses into lime! Lime seemed to appear out of nowhere. At least that's how it felt to him. In reality, though, the counter was quite close by. She simply stood up and walked over to them, glass still in her hand. How did you not cutting her off? Hi, Lime. Bonjour, mademoiselle. I see you've been drinking. Drink I did, drank so much of the celestial treat with such exquisite sweetness that it can compare to the one you exude. What? Oh, Genevieve, dear Genevieve, grant me a dance. Here, you're wasted as fuck. Don't do more harm to yourself. Wasted? Wasted? I didn't waste any of it. Got all the bottle in, not a drop left. We can tell. No need to swear it. I will drink every single one to make sure none of them are wasted. Come on, my dear Gigi. Let's sit on the beach and share them under the moon, and then... Seriously, how much did you actually drink? Not enough, ma chérie. Objection. Go on a walk. Maybe that'll get it out of your system. Yes, let us go for a walk. Embrace me in your warmth. Pee-pee. Pee-pee. You're here. You didn't see me. And could you not distort my name so much? Doing it a bit doesn't bother me, but... Are you trying to calm or are you trying to conjure a spell? Good here. Good girlie. Gun gogi. Isn't that the... Good Gogi, isn't that fucking Final Fantasy VII location? Liebesauber. Get that curse off of me, I beget thee. They shall never escape with this prison of love. Oh no. I think we should carry her back to the counter. Sit her down so she calms down. Yeah, right, so she can drink even more. Doctor can give her water or something. I don't think he'd give her more alcohol in the condition she's in. I hope. He did try to give alcohol to a child. We don't have a clue why he gave her so much to begin with. It's incredible how she defies the laws of physics by staying still while she's in that state. I'll get that Nobel Prize no matter what the cost. I'll do it for you. Sure, come on, I'll carry you. Otherwise you might end up kissing the floor. Oh, per favor, vai mi mori, mas, so to beharia. I can do it myself if you want. Nah, she clearly wants me to do it, and I think I'm the most qualified person here to deal with her. Bouncer? Okay. Come on, time to move. Grab my arm, and just my arm. Just my arm. If one arm is all I get, I shall treasure it and be content with it. For now. Oh, before you go. True, you're gonna say something. Go on. Are you looking for someone? Looking? I'm always looking. Call me him? Talking about something more specific. Ah, no, I'm not that. Did she get it? So her and Poker both seem to get it. Were they the better halves of round one? Okay, never mind then. Good luck. But maybe I'm the one that needs the most luck right now. Oh, why? Come on, to bed with you. Bye, Bill. Hasta la vista, Billy. That was a good one. Lime grabbed on the gin. That was... I keep mixing up my gins. Gin, gin. That was an experience. He hadn't found the better half, but something unexpected in its place. Jin seemed to be on his side. Sort of. It seemed like if he wanted Jin to join him, he needed a more solid plan. However, if they both searched in their separate ways, there was a bigger chance of finding the solution to that riddle. For the time being, he had to keep looking for that half. It would be funny if we had, like, a time limit to... Boy. He found Piano sitting on the sofa next to the fish tank, looking at his barman, which he turned off when he heard him approaching. Tell me, boy. Excuse me, just wanted to ask something. What is it? He sounded annoyed, but not more than usual. It seemed to be more addressed at the situation than any one person specifically. I understood his frustration, of course, but at the same time, there was something weird about it. When Novelty was objective, he couldn't help but bring it up. Before that, there's something I'm curious about. What? Aren't you worried? Huh? The question did seem to have touched a nerve. Bill immediately asked himself if that talk had been a good idea. What do you mean? Game. You get the feeling that you hate being that even though you hate being here, it's not bothering you that much. Of course not. I'm no coward. I'm not dying so soon. I don't think worrying in a situation like this one would make you a coward. Especially at your age. Wanna fight? Fight me, punk? What? No. Then shut your mouth. I'm not saying you should be scared either, but being too confident can be bad too. What are you, my mom? Survive this, be it by winning or escaping. Again, such an aggressive position, and pressing was pointless, but now he had more questions than before. Fine, forget it. Good. And the question? Oh, right. This might sound weird, but are you looking for someone? What? Nothing. Forget it. Wait, stop. Explain yourself. Simple. Are you right now looking for someone? I'd like to find the poo head that put us here. Is that a good answer? Yeah, that would be nice. Didn't seem to be him. One less candidate. Is it darts? What are you planning? That question was way too suspicious. Won't stop asking until he gets an answer he likes, will he? That wasn't the best way to ask. Nothing, I swear. Didn't say that the best way. What does that mean? You want to say some other thing? No, though it did sound more suspicious than I expected. Then you admit it sounds suspicious. Well, yeah, but I'm not planning anything, and I know nothing. Easy to say. And in the first place, what would I even be plotting? Oh no, that's why I ask. You say you want to save all of us, and that's already really suspicious. How? I don't get it. Is that what you should all want too? Yeah, sure, that'd be great. No way it's happening, though. If you keep saying it, either you're stupid or want to trick us. Can't mean anything else. Faced with that, he could only sigh. That was the big problem. How people often tend more towards what they believe is more rational than what they actually want. Distrust born from fear, which leads to the famous prisoner's dilemma. He was by no means an expert on those subjects, but felt the frustration they produced nonetheless. Even the youngest one there, who should have been the most innocent of the group, was distrustful. In fact, he appeared to be among the most distrustful. For a moment he wondered if it could be a generational difference. It wasn't Vodka, though. Their age gap was most likely only about 10 years. 10 years may have not seemed like much, but it made a clear difference. I'm not sure that's a good way to trick here. I'm not sure that's a good way to trick anyone. If you want to think I'm too naive, I can't stop you, but I can try all I can to prove you wrong. Whatever you say. Surprisingly, that response appeared to work, or at least, Piano didn't seem to know how to answer. Certainly got a reaction. You're too distrustful for your age. My age has nothing to do with it. Actually, how old are you? That's secret. It couldn't be data. I doubt it. Data about your age would be too obvious. Shut up! You don't have any more questions. Go away. Sudden change felt strange. Bill couldn't help but laugh a little. He really tries to act mature. But he's still just a kid. Putting in that game and surrounded by adults, it wasn't too surprising. It was a way to protect himself. After all, he was the easiest to target alongside Vodka. While Vodka didn't treat death seriously, Piano clearly wanted to live more than anyone. His yet short life gave him an even bigger reason to survive. Alright, I'll leave you alone. Know this. Won't get my eyes off you, or anyone else. Go ahead. I have nothing to hide, apart from my number. Oh, that was a weird glitch. Not even that, in truth. Not until he figured it out. But he'd have to hide his objective. Still wasn't cleared, so he resumed his search, heading somewhere else. Going down the stairs, Bill noticed darts were sitting on the council table, barman on hand, as if he was already ready to start the next one. Okay. His eyes fixed on the screen as usual showed a silent determination that could awaken the curiosity of any observer. What drove Bill to wanting to unravel Dart's mind wasn't mere curiosity. Since their last talk, he really felt that he was hiding something important. And a mere potential ally. From his perspective, he had no enemies besides the owner. But that didn't mean he was so naive as to think that view was mutual. He had to move carefully. What are you doing here? Got fed up with the drunkard. Hope to be more at peace here. I wasn't expecting such a casual answer. Now what do I say? Maybe I jumped the gun. Oh, am I bothering them? As long as you stay quiet and do whatever you want. Actually, I wanted to talk to you. Is it urgent? A bit. Dart sighed and turned off his barman's screen. Well, at least you passed the alcohol test. What do you need? For anything else, he had to take care of the objective. He knew it would sound weird no matter what, so he just spewed it out. Are you looking for someone? Dart's reaction was immediate. Staring straight at Bill, he felt threatened for a moment, as if he was going to attack him. What do you know? Uh-oh. Huh? About what? Are you really one of them? Uh-oh. No, don't overthink it. Tables had turned. Now he was the one being interrogated for his secrets, which were almost non-existent as far as the game was concerned. Thrown off balance, he was forced to go into defense. What am I supposed to think, then? Raising up, he approached, making Bill take a step back. Not whatever it is you're thinking. That'd have been a bad idea. Running away wasn't an option. Fine, let's play this game. I answer you, you answer me. I don't think I'm gonna like this game either. I'm searching for someone. Several people, actually. Several? You'd probably be crossed out as well. What was that leave? But tell me, are you the Void? The Void? No? Alright, you can go. All attention was suddenly gone. What is this Sorry, I just love how, Lime is, yeah, portrait has changed to fully intoxicated. I just like that. What does that leave, then? That leaves cocktail, maybe. Or lime. Or potentially vodka. We didn't actually talk to them privately. All the tension was suddenly gone. Darcy turned around and went back to his spot, focusing again on his barman. What just happened? What's the Void? You expect me to answer that? No, not really, to be honest, but after what just happened, I had to ask. Best if you forget it. Do you know something we don't? Again, Darts lifted his gaze without putting down his barman. No. Again, the expected answer. Whatever it is, I hope it's something that can help us. If they're watching us, I realize that there are some things that are better kept secret. If they're watching us, I highly doubt the whole system can be automated, so I would say they are. Well, yeah, I guess, but that's not the important part. What I said. You expect any sort of confirmation from whatever you're thinking, you aren't getting one. I won't deny I have some ideas, but don't expect me to be our savior. Unlike you, I'm not aiming for a perfect end. Why? Are you so sure it's impossible? It's not about if it being possible or impossible. By some miracle we all survive, great news, but that's simply not my priority. I don't understand. What other priority can there be? What's more important than our lives? Yours? He stopped himself from saying it. He shouldn't get too shaken up. Didn't want to assume too much. Above all, he wasn't into making enemies. Our lives are the most important thing, but it's not my duty to make sure everyone keeps theirs. Each one of us must do what we can to live. I won't sacrifice anybody if I don't need to, but I also won't sacrifice myself for no one. In a way, it was exactly as he had imagined, but for some reason it hadn't sounded as selfish as he had expected. Maybe because it was the most human way of viewing it. Even then, he could not fully agree. Is that your goal? No, I want to survive, but I aim for something more. The truth. Can't the police take care of that? Police will do their job, and I'll do mine. Your job? Private investigator? And if you don't have anything else to ask, I'd ask you to leave me alone for a bit. I'm not about to ask, but it doesn't look like you're gonna give me any answers. I guess he couldn't waste too much time there. There was still an objective to fulfill. With a sigh, he accepted. Fine, I'll leave. Good luck with that search for the truth, but be careful. Sure, very careful. It didn't sound very convincing, but the conversation ended there. There were lots of things to wonder about Darts, but one worried him more than the rest. Could he trust Darts? Could he trust his words? Could he become an ally? He didn't want to consider him or anyone an enemy, but what did Darts think of him and the rest? Going up the steps, he pondered for a moment, again and again, without reaching any conclusion, until he realized he was wasting too much time. Left the topic aside and returned his focus to the objective, the search, and to go on. Oh. My save point. 2:40. The barman's alarm went off, catching him off guard. 5 minutes left for the council, and his objective still wasn't done yet. In his case, that meant he wasn't the only one with that problem. Danger. Shivers, sweat, panic. Everything hit him at once. Quickly, almost by instinct, he made it to the counter again. Okay, so it means you still have the council to figure out. Our partner, then. Here again? Salutations! There's a few minutes left for the council. True, we'll have to get ready, but as you can see, a certain person is still indisposed. But that's just his age. I don't believe he was referring to me. Oh, then I don't know. There's no time for this. We have to... No, he couldn't go to the council yet. His objective still wasn't done. I'd be one of the players he hadn't talked to, but in the short time left, there was no way to talk to each of them separately. What are you doing there still? Before came piano, heading to the council area. Here was also poker and coffee. Oh well, if we have to. But being here's so good. Think I won't serve you any more drinks. Yeah. Duh. Come on, lift your rear up, miss. Hi, darkness, my old pal. Wait, can we talk first? Talk about what? Something important. Better discuss it in the council in that case. His mind went blank. He had no idea how to do it without revealing his objective. I'll head to the council, and he had to do so as well. Lost, he looked at his barman. The start of every hour. Was there a way? If a player dies, the associated rule will be removed from the game permanently. No, I can't think about that. There has to be another way. Bill, 2 minutes left. Hurry. At the council table, he heard Poker's warning. There was no other escape. He had to go find a solution during the council. Begin the council. In theory, this could be the branch that leads us to those other 3 endings. Since that screen in the extras section showed 9 slots, but realistically 6 of them seem to be actual endings. Legs trembling, he sat in his spot. The rest are already there, waiting. Alright, now we can start. Is there a way to communicate with the other better half and confirm their objectives in secret? It seemed impossible. At least he had to talk to most of them. There were only a few candidates left, so he didn't think finding the right one would be hard, but it was another big issue. If he hadn't done his objective, the other half would be the same, so it should have been easy to see. Yet nobody looked particularly nervous, only him. How was it possible? Any person about to die would be desperate to save themselves by that point. A terrible possibility comes to mind. The other half was Rule 9, the one who didn't need to fulfill their objectives to survive the hour. Ah, that is honestly concerning. Shock bill. Third council. That's bright red. Tension high. It's all my tension. Once again, we should start with number 3. Yes, is anybody willing? Should I do it? Not much to lose for me now. Partially believed that, while at the same time getting the feeling that such a way of thinking implied he had already given up on his life. What could he do to be saved? What do you have to do? This is a clear split. Give a number. Condemn the death or not, he had to take that step to save everyone else. With the decision made, he had to choose a number. Once decided, I'm 2. I'm 2. Yeah. Oh no, the problem is she's actually 2. All the cases went to the young woman, apparently still under the alcohol's influence, but in the opposite state to her previous euphoria. She seemed tired, almost asleep, as if her batteries had run out. I'm what? You wanted number, huh? And there you go, number. No biggie. She mentioned the weapons, but are you sure? So of course she's the one who left. She found the weapons dump. Even if she said it drunk, rules don't mention anything about takebacks. What's done is done. True, but one thing worries me. If she said it drunk, does she know what she's done? She doesn't appear to. It makes you even more suspicious, Cacto, because you willingly got her drunk and... What's wrong? They have a number, right? It was on that moment when most of them started to notice something. Lime, dear, stay awake and listen for a moment. Number you give out, you know it shouldn't be your actual number, right? Oh no, you call it out, now just confirm. Not your real number, but anyone other than that. Other than anything that hasn't been said in the other councils. You didn't actually say... You're just gonna confirm it. Oh, well. Before Lime could answer, the dreaded message appeared on the screen. Someone had taken the chance. Lime saw the message, and her face completely shifted. Her sleepiness disappeared at once, leaving only surprise and panic. He couldn't talk now, just write a name. Had she given her real number by mistake? Was her life in danger? I think she had, although his own life was hanging from a thread. He couldn't help but worry about Lime's life. Without putting much thought into it, decided to write darts. By just clicking a D, the rest was auto-completed. The voting process only took a few seconds. The results followed. So finished. Ah, majority saved. Ah! Lime's scream caught everyone by surprise. Even though she had been saved, it didn't feel like it. What's going on? Was that your number? No, I'm not two. Oh. What's wrong, then? I suddenly ran out of breath. All traces of the lime they knew up until then were gone. Huh? For starters, they couldn't know if she was saying the truth then. She really could be two. I think she is. Even if she's not, she had to be scared from having to reveal her real number if we had voted for her. I guess. At least the shock seemed to clear her head. Now she just needs to relax. Yeah, the shock certainly sobered her up. Lime stared at her barman as if she had been possessed, while simultaneously breathing in quite excessively. Eh? Well, let's just keep going for now, right? I bet Lime's also our better half. I suppose, but now I'm worried for the girl. Same. Everyone was somewhat lost, not knowing how to proceed. He had avoided a possible death, or at least the very least, the forced reveal of someone's number. Bill still feared for his life. Wait, I should make use of this opportunity. Taking advantage of the temporarily frozen state of the console, focused on the task at hand. A solution had to be found, an escape. He had to find the other person with the same objective as him, otherwise he would break Rule 9. But it could be too late. Had it been broken already? There's still time. The start of each hour. Oh, it seems good. We've calmed down. The time to complete it would end at the start of the next hour. It still wasn't 3 o'clock. There was still time, even if not much. What could be done in the council? It's one of the rules, eh? Let's think. Link with someone. One accusal permitted per number per player. Press council record. There's no records here. Be talking, but it just seemed like the ideal solution for finding the right person. We quickly found a big problem. Only Rule 8 could use it. In order to send messages that were word responses, Rule 8 was needed. He couldn't be sure that was his number, as according to the data received, it could be 2, 6, or 8. Lyman said she was 2, but as part of Rule 3, and denied it afterwards. Even with her previous intoxicated state, she couldn't discard it. Did he have to risk it to a 33% chance of having Rule 8? This is certainly an outcome. Rule 6 is... Let's try it. It was a great risk, but he was already in too much danger to play safely. To would he send one? It had to be one of the people he hadn't talked to during the rest of the hour, obviously, but who? No, it wasn't a matter of choosing one. He had to send one to everyone, although... messaging is only allowed when responding to a received message. Requiring a coherent response in less than 10 minutes being sent unless a council is underway. Ah. According to the rule, they weren't required to answer during a council. But in theory, the other person had to fulfill their objective as well. He had to respond, or so he hoped. Wait. Another issue popped up. He entered the messaging menu. As he hadn't used it yet, he had forgotten about one crucial detail. Messaging used numbers, not names. The numbers to talk to had to be chosen. Therefore, his only option was to send it to all numbers, one by one, until he got it right. Starting from 1, putting in the number, he started writing. Have you done your objective? That should work. Straight to the point, in a way that didn't break Rule 9. Its name when showing in the text. Even so, just in case, he decided not to mention the specific objective. It's time, 33%, all or nothing, life or death. Send. It relied on chance. The winning chance had been 66%. The objective didn't matter. Nothing did anymore, really. His game was finished. God dang Steiner math. Welcome once more. This might be my favorite track in the soundtrack so far. Alas, you came back here, though thankfully no death lasts forever. For you. Same cannot be said for the unfortunate rules, however. So what mournful tragedy led to the end of your life this time? Nice try, is what I would say. But anyone can clearly see that the odds were not in your favor. It is to be expected that you took such a decision in this crisis. You might implore that you had no other choice. Is that what you were thinking? Well, you did have another choice, the correct one, which this one was not. Still, take this time to learn a good lesson. Chance is not a good ally. It may seem to be your best friend until it backstabs you brutally. That said, I cannot dismiss that you may have to take such risks at some point of this game. All games have a luck component. This may be inevitable, however our world works. But let us not derail this any further. We need to talk in more concrete terms. Clearly our ill-fated billiards does not possess Rule 8, the messenger. So, billiards confirmed Rule 6 then. There's a chance you already knew this before this ending, though. If that was the case, you would not be here, right? Well, now you know. That lowers even further the possible rules you may have. Could even reach a conclusion, be it right or wrong. And now what, you may ask? Of course, a new course must be taken. Maybe you think this is a dead end, in a literal sense it is, but way forward exists. You cannot reach a world where billiards fulfills his objective before the council. Please do not be harsh on him for this. He's not perfect. Neither are you. Do not lose hope so soon and try again. This time try to avoid solutions that rely on luck. Need more advice I could provide it, but not now, not here. Perhaps if you keep on failing to reach the solution to this little puzzle, but for now, let's make a toast in honor of a fruitful game and the souls of these lost rules, the Golden Jack, and for our dearest owner. So, third council ending. Means there's 3 endings to the third council. And there's possibly another ending to the first council. skip through here then, do we? Let's at least see what these other options yield for us. One of the rules? One of the rules contained the solution, but which one? Rule... Oh? Not about it hard. There was still time to think. Couldn't give up. Talking to the others? Feeling he hadn't cleared his objective didn't seem like a good idea. Or perhaps there was a way to imply it that the other half would notice. I think it's lime. Now, how'd the hour go for you? Where'd that come from? We needed a topic, so I thought of that one. I presume you can all imagine what I was doing. Doesn't seem like anybody did much of anything. You sure? I'm not. Maybe two did, like going out in secret, for example. Oh. That'd be rough, but not impossible. I had some issues this hour. Huh? With what? His objective, probably. Thanks, coffee! Can we talk about those once they're done? I'm not really sure. I wouldn't, just in case. I'd say no, not until the hour ends. That makes me curious about which ones you got last time. Let's not waste time on pointless matters, please. It's not like we have much to talk about, by the look of things. Are you sure? You should take this more seriously. And you should chill. Ooh. Uh-oh. Tension rising. That didn't go as I hoped. There's some information I can get from that? Not possible. No matter how much he meditated, couldn't find any way to do it on the council. Rules are already out of consideration, but the game contained more than just the 10 main rules that the players represented. Looked at his bar mat and its menus again. Huh. Oh no. Oh no. Let's try this again. So this doesn't break. Link. Let's do this back. Oh. Oh, okay. You know, at any moment except refusal, players can progress the council in. Couldn't get done during the council, would have to be after it. Well, bam, alright. Normally that council finished at the end of the hour, but if it ended sooner, he'd have time to save himself. Won't be much time, but just enough. Only one hurdle on that plan. Everyone had to agree on that ending the council much sooner than normal. Raising his eyes, on the screen, he looked again at the group. Oh, okay, here we go. Hey, let's focus. But what? Can't expect us to do much if you don't tell us what's wrong first. It's just... This is a Lime wake-up call. Perhaps the alcohol has affected her more than expected. What did you take? Vodka? Tequila? No, nothing too particularly strong. The actual mistake was the amount, clearly more than she could take. It's your fault, buddy. Let's let her rest while we continue the council. Yes, let's do that. What do we talk about? Let's let this go on. It's a problem. We're exactly like we were an hour ago. Oh, we missed our chance. Nobody has acted for now. Ergo, the game is at a standstill. We'll see for how long. We'll see where Darts takes this, first and foremost. So what, you want somebody to act? Someone already did, technically. No, I'm just pointing out the situation. Although at this rate, the only conclusion this will reach is everyone's dead, aside from Forest Holder. Now that sure made it sound like you want someone to start playing. Uh-oh. We're about to lose. I don't like where this is going. It needs to be stopped right now. Oh, wait, I have an idea. Okay, shoot. After what has happened in Lime State, with nothing new to talk about, I think we should finish the council now. Huh? We're barely started. We did Rule 3. We got backing on this. Yeah, we can technically finish it already if we all agree, according to the rules. Should we? To be honest, I don't have much to add to the conversation. So it doesn't feel right. Who cares if it's right or not? If you have something to say, say it. I bet I've got nothing new to say either, but... Let's finish then. That's some sudden energy there. All good? Ah, yes. No. What? And here I was thinking I was the senile one. Let's finish. I need to rest. Her panic, anyone against any of the council? Nobody answered. Not even Darts had a good reason to complain. Sure then, that's how it is. Fine, but we can't afford to do this again. We don't have much time. It worked out. 7 hours to be exact. We have to do something, for sure. For the time being, Third Council would conclude there. Still 10 minutes left for 3 o'clock. That was his time limit. Second better half had to be found at that time, although their identity was already within his grasp. I'll put it towards that person being... Scott's coffee. Something for like a highlight, like he had during the other segments. That is fun, isn't it? What? Lam, I need to talk with you after the council in private. What? Okay. Yeah, sure, Billy. Good. It was clear. Your attitude was strange. Clear panic. It's like seeing his reflection on a mirror. The same panic he had been afflicted with since council time arrived. The terror of encroaching death. Not only that, she was one of the few he hadn't talked to in private during the hour. It also explained why he hadn't been able to find her. In her state, she had forgotten about her objective completely until the alcohol's effects disappeared. Probably after the shock caused by the accusation. Pieces fell into place. Bill pushed the council in button, and The rest sustained it. Okay, it is ultimately rather simple. Discussions we've had. It's an interesting mechanic. We haven't really seen it utilized to its fullest extent yet. This being so early in development. It's amazing that we have with it thus far, even. The council finished much sooner than normal. The antidotes would take 10 more minutes to arrive, so while previously they all went for them together, this time each one went on their separate ways. His intention had been to go somewhere where he could be alone with the line, but just by waiting a bit, they were the only ones left at the table. So was the last one to leave. Vodka at his slow pace went up the stairs. Tell me it's you! I basically jumped at him, ready to shake him. Yes, I am, if you're talking about what I think you are anyways. Are you the... Can I say it? Yes, in this case you can. I'm the better half. Oh, thank God! Almost had a heart attack. Not so loud, and say it too. I'm the other better half. They waited for a moment, staring at their barman, and indeed... Ooh! Relief. Both let out a big sigh of relief, practically at the same time. And again, Lime jumped at him, but this time to hug him. Thank you, seriously. Oh. I'm really sorry. I started drinking and lost count of how much, the time, and, well, everything. I guess, and before I realized I was already in the council, and this was done. I almost died, and... Calm down. Don't worry, the important things that were saved. Also partly at fault for not realizing until the council. No, it's my fault, seriously. Even if you had noticed, my zonk brain would not have understood anything you said whatsoever. Can't deny that, but still, even if you should learn from this, don't be too harsh on yourself. No, trust me, I know me well. An hour or two, this will all be gone from my head, and I'll just do it all over again. I need to really push it in. I don't think Cocktail would give you that much alcohol again, even if you ask. You might be right on that. He'd better not, or else it's really suspicious. But then all good? No problem? You forgive me? He really had a good enough reason to be mad at her, but he didn't seem to feel bad about what she'd done. He wanted to avoid conflicts with anyone, and this is the most serious she's been about anything up to this point. So, yes, of course. Also, he couldn't deny her energy cheered up the group. While she was panicking, everyone had become lost, not knowing how to continue the council. As long as it doesn't happen again, I forgive you. You're the best, Bill. And once again came the hug. She's a hugger. She did at least say his name right for lunch. For lunch? For once. It wasn't his real name, not even close, and she was the one who shortened it to Bill, but whatever. Close enough. She should also apologize to everyone else. For what? Running the council like that? No, for worrying them, and for whatever I did while I was out. What did I even do, by the way? I really don't remember anything at all. I think it's better left that way. Oof. Was I that bad? Yikes. I kind of want to know the details, but also really don't. You should just talk with Jin. With Ginger? Why? You had a colorful talk. Wait, don't tell me that. That... what? That you got a thing for Gingers? No harm, no foul there. Did I hit on her? Put it very lightly, yeah. Well... oh no. I guess you could say that. Wait, like, for real? Did I do good? Did I score? Well, I mean, I let you leave with her. She took care of you, so... maybe. Don't ask me. I'm not your wingman. I mean, I could be. Yeah, I'd be a wingman. I'd be a wingman with Jin. Not gonna lie. And who am I gonna ask? I don't have the time machine with me now. Can't ask my past self. Not like she'd answer you anyways. Okay, fine. I'll just have to trust my past tipsy, horny self. To be honest, you probably shouldn't. Holy moly, that bad? I mean, yeah, it used to happen. Does she do it often? Let's just say she was slightly annoyed. No, that's a bit harsh, but then again, she doesn't want us admitting that she's actually alright with Lime, so hey, maybe. The ship is still on the way. The ship is still afloat. Nothing to do there. More than usual, though, I think. Yikes, this shame is killing me inside. Although her annoyance seemed to be more due to your attitude. She didn't reject me? I guess not. Mamma mia, mon dieu. I got a chance. So you're saying I have a chance, Billiards. Just leave it at that, it's for the best. So you're saying I have a chance, B-boy. You just blew my mind hardcore, B-boy, and yet it's in better shape than minutes ago. Is that good or bad? Not sure yet. Okay. Now I need to talk to her. Well, maybe I should wait a bit. Actually, probably should apologize to Cocktail first for exploiting his services. Yeah, he felt kind of guilty. He's probably at the counter, I'm guessing. She got up and took one big breath right away. Okay, I think I calmed down a bit. Too many extreme emotions in a row. Yeah, too many for sure. We're almost poofed. Yeah, almost. Sorry again. I need to repeat that. Sorry. I won't start with that. Sorry. Okay, I'll stop messing around. Coming? Still 10 minutes left for 3 o'clock, but the antidotes would come down. I'll go later. Better if you two talk alone. Okie dokie. In that case, hasta luego, amigo. Second hour was almost done, and that meant one thing. What? Lime left, leaving him alone on the council table for the first time. It's part of the reason he didn't go with her. He had time alone to think. On one thing. Yeah? So he'd wait until he took Xander before making any decision, and the data received would also be important. Oh, there's a lot of awkward. Think. As far as we're getting into demo, the farther we get into demo, the more we start to see the edges of the programming that needs a bit more polish. Oh, scene transition. Darn. No Lime, though. Cocktail, weren't you with Lime? No, I haven't seen her since the council. She went searching for you. Were you not here? Ah, no. I came in just a few minutes ago. Been here most of the time, so I decided to take a walk for a change. And just then, as if unsummoned, she appeared. Ah, there you are. Yes, here I am. You aren't coming for more, right, miss? I hope you learned your lesson. I did, at the very least. Sorry to worry you guys. Not gonna happen again, promise. I'm fine now. Well, fine by your standards. Good one, kid. Which means fine. If you say so. By the way, miss, one question. How conscious were you when you said the number? Number? And you said your number was 2. I said that? What row? Shocked face. Great. You passed Rule 3 saying that. That's why someone started the Oh, now everything is starting to make sense. Yes, sense. It was basically on autopilot at that point, I think. But it's not your real number. Yes. I mean, no. Can't be both at the same time. Yes, and it's not my real number. not two, nor a cat. It seems. Doesn't just seem, I'm not. But even though you were an autopilot, let's trust that the pilot had enough control to not give your number away. She is absolutely too. She's a terrible liar. Right. Yet not enough to keep my mouth shut. She was blabbing about everyone going out and grabbing weapons. Where did we see weapons here? When we left the bar thinking we were number 2. So she has left the bar and come back alive. I wonder why. Well then, all's good then, right? I guess, yes. Lift came down, carrying a tray with the 10-inch filled drinks. Finally, the hour of change had arrived. Are we sure that the lift can't be a way to escape? We already tried, but unfortunately, not even Piano is capable of it. Either way, if someone is operating it, I doubt they would raise it. One of us was on it. Koto grabbed the tray and put it on the counter. And same as in the preceding hours, distributed the drinks. Others didn't take long to arrive, and like the previous times, they started to feel the poison's effects on their bodies. This time, however, they were present just as the antidotes arrived, so they recovered quickly. With that, the 3rd hour was over. Toughest one yet. Moreover, aside from being the toughest, Billiards had noticed a change. Even though he had taken the antidote just a couple of minutes after they had arrived, he had felt the poison. The symptoms were mild, yet in previous hours they hadn't been noticeable for at least 5 minutes. Was the poison speeding up? The longer they stayed there, the worse things would get. He certainly wouldn't improve, neither the poison nor the game. Was it worth it to have remained there, waiting for a solution to be found? Did he have to bet his life in search of another way? When Slime had left, he'd been trying to answer those questions. He didn't want to, but his life was already in danger. Better to make that bet than suffer a slow death inside that bar. It felt like a dead end. Nobody was willing to cooperate with him. It was possible he was the only one left not actively playing the game. Now that it was done soon, something would have happened. Went into his day list and opened the one for the new hour, hoping to finally figure out his number. 24610? Fortunately, it wasn't the case, though it still ruled out another number, Rule 8. This data, I think it applies to me. The first time he could see himself reflected in one of them, albeit regularly, was an ambiguous way of phrasing it that factored in subjectivity. Even so, he was confident he fit in. Between leaving work and returning home, he very often took the chance to take a stroll. Relaxed him. It was the only way to change up his routine, though it had become a part of his daily routine, too, really. We know that Cigar is 7 from other routes. We know she likes black coffee. They weren't particularly long, but enough to be considered a stroll, which meant that 2, 4, 6, or 10, among those 4 numbers was his own. Slightly frustrating that it took a few hours to get it, and by that point he'd already ruled out most of them. On a positive note, though, it didn't include 8, one of his few remaining options. That only left 2 possible numbers still in consideration. 2, 6. Could he really be number 2? It was a 50-50. Slowly he stood up. The decision had been made. Is this? He's back on the counter and... Whose drink is the one left? Huh? Confused, he turned around again. Top of the counter. His eyes zoomed through his surroundings, and so did everyone else's. The problem quickly became apparent. One person was missing. Lime. Cocktail. Vodka. No coffee. Poker. Cigar. Piano. Coffee's here. Darts. The only person missing was... Jin. Well, where is Jin? Is this her drink? It's possible, no. There's no doubt it's hers. A knockout. Where did she go now? Genevieve! Ginny! But no answer came. We have to find her. She doesn't drink the antidote in time. That's all that needed to be said. A few words, they all ran up to find her, shouting her name. It shouldn't be hard to find her by working together. The bar wasn't too big, and the counter made up a good part of it. Bill, Lime, and Cocktail went to the west side first. Perhaps she had simply fallen asleep at one of the tables. They quickly saw that wasn't the case. Nobody was there. Perhaps she stayed at the lower level after the council. No, nobody stayed there, unless she went back later, for some reason. Went back to the counter, but that moment Bill's eyes saw the exit. Possibility went through his head. What if Jin was number 2? Maybe she had left. Hadn't come back yet. After all, he himself had almost done it. I decided to drink the antidote beforehand. Well, but it only made sense if he'd gone out for something real quick. Something unexpected had happened. She'd gone out, and something unexpected had happened. Billy, now's not the time for an introspective internal monologue. Slim was getting him out of his little trance, and another voice shouted from the other corner of the bar. There's nobody here. Where could she have gone? Instantly, his body ran toward the exit. Hey, where are you going? Where are you going now? The only option left is... Ah! Both turned around. Their shout came out of the east area of the bar. Uh-oh. The door isn't opening! Grab the cup! That Lime ran off. Uh-oh. I'm not sure why she didn't just simply grab it herself, but it wasn't a good time to complain about something so irrelevant. Ran to the counter and grabbed Jin's cup. He had to be careful. Go as fast as possible without spilling it. The path was short but felt infinite. Bathroom door? Finally, they reached the origin of the screams, where everyone was, the bathroom area. The door of the women's bathroom was open. They had looked there, of course. It was the male bathroom, the last place they'd think to look into, where for some reason the door wasn't opening. Hurry! I'm doing my best. Poker was kicking with all of his strength, trying to open it no matter what. I have the antidote. How much time is left? No idea, but not much. Move aside. Darts pushed Poker aside, but not too violently, and kicked it several times with the same result. None. You moved me for that? Now not the time for fighting. Kami's sudden voice in a much higher tone than what she usually had used had an immediate effect. My side, we go at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Both kicks simultaneously finally made the door burst open. Oh, they could immediately tell that that was the place they were looking for. A howl full of pain made their bodies stop, followed by the restless and faltering breathing of the woman. Then another harrowing screech. What the hell? The voice seemed to be trying to ask for help. The words coming out distorted into noise. A soprano accompanied by an irregular percussion of desperate knocks. Jin's voice, now almost unrecognizable, echoed around the room. The finale of her aria approaching. What the hell? Now the door was open, the voice spread out through all corners of the bar. It didn't take long to notice where it was coming from, the inside of one of the bathroom stalls. Consciously, Darts put his hand on Bill's shoulder as he kept staring at the scream's direction. That just managed to get him out of his shock. Abruptly, he turned to the group. The antidote. Before the rest reacted, Lime ran into the bathroom, throwing everyone aside. Jin! Jin! She approached the stall where the screams were coming from and tried to open it, but just like the bathroom door, the lock didn't budge. Seeing as it was almost impossible to open, Lime started to hit it. Jin, are you there? Say something! Jinny! The only response she got was another wail, filled with anguish. Poison was doing his job well. The pain that could be heard in her voice made that very clear. Bill, Cocktail, Poker, and Darts went inside, antidote in hand. How is this possible? The problem was made clear instantly. The stall door's lock was stuck. It wasn't budging. There was no time. Somehow they had to get the cup to her. The way to seemed to be above the door, but Bill wasn't tall enough. On my shoulders. Okay. Very carefully, he caught on top of Poker and was lifted up. For an instant, the antidote almost spilled, but he managed to save it. Jin! At heightened position, he could finally see her. She was mostly on the floor, having lost all of her strength. Her eyes seemed about to pop out from their sockets. The moment they looked at Bill and the cup. Knocking stopped. With the remaining energy, she attempted to get up and extend her arm. It was impossible. He had to be the one to move closer. He moved one of his legs throughout the door and sat on top of it. He felt the tears falling from his eyes while his body shivered. His trembling hands made a few drops fall from the glass, landing on top of Jin's head. Signal Jin looked upwards while opening her mouth, slowly, trembling, almost like a robot. Did he do it? With those trembling hands, it seemed impossible. It wasn't so hard, but his fear-invested brain would have mistaken sentencing a person to death. We'd never know. Before he could do anything, Jin's head had touched the ground. Huh? Like they wouldn't have mattered. They were too late. Try, Jin. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Welcome once more. Alas, you came back here. Thankfully, no death lasts forever. For you, same cannot be said for the unfortunate rules, however. What mournful tragedy led to the end of your life this time? In this case, it was not your own death, but of another rule. Expected or unexpected? It was not the one I had in mind, even less so with that method of death. Fascinating. And with that, Bill's goal has failed. The game has started, and there is no going back for the rules. Rule 1 has performed the opening move, and the rest will have to respond in some manner. What would this failure of a hero do after this? Oh, perhaps he went too far by calling him a failure, even if it is true. But I believe it would not upset him to hear it, as he does not consider himself a hero. Or so he says. If this his only option is to give up on, eventually die. You do not agree? Would he continue trying to save everyone else? But how? Interesting questions, but we do not have the necessary time to find the answers, sadly. We must go back and prevent this. Find another path. Maybe you already have something in mind. Something that could change the course of everything. Maybe not, as you are not aware of what caused Rule 1's action. Is there actually a way to avoid this? That is a good question. For once I will give you an answer. Will reveal the truth. Listen closely. There is none. None for billiards. Oh, you heard that right. The truth is out. Much sooner than expected. That future where everyone survives can never be reached by the boy. His death, or someone else's, is unavoidable. Or at least it has been decided as such in this world, within the possibilities in your deck. Or perhaps there is a way, a measly possibility that would have required a chain of miraculous events. That had happened. Would you really call this an interesting story? I would not. Can you see the implications? Those questions I raised previously about what would billiards do after this? What if we find out the answer? Time to drop the theatrics. Let's be honest to one another. It could be said that I lied, but I implied you had to go back to find a solution. Treat the desired end of our young hero. But you knew deep down that ideal end never existed. No. Perhaps little speeches made you think it was possible. That if all joined together they could reach a happy ending. But we both knew from the start that this would not be the type of story. Of course, deaths were coming. This will not be the last one either. Furthermore, we both also know there has to be some sort of good ending. Saving everyone may be impossible, but it's possible to save the majority. More than 3 people. The game allows. It sounds impossible, but it is what you and billiards have been attempting, no? Even if you are simply being led by him, that is the way. That is the truth. In a way, even with one rule step, nothing has changed. Well, billiards thinks so. How can he do it? How many deaths will you prevent? How many failures await you? Has transformed from a goal to a challenge, a record to set. This time I will not pretend to be ignorant of the answer. I know well the difficulties that await you, and the deaths that are on the way. Good luck. Let's continue the show. This intermission, this fabricated end, ends here. From now on, the true game starts. It truly does, officially. Let's make a toast in honor of a fruitful game. The souls of these lost rules, which one has now left us, for the Golden Jack, and for our dearest owner. Chapter end. Well, Fake bad ending. Clever. Is there going to be another chapter after this? I'd be very shocked if there was. Got a save point. Hmm. Check that count on our ending registry. Did not actually count on our... There's more? God damn. The silence had felt eternal, one that nobody dared to break. Each one was trying to process what had happened in their own ways. The silence had only come after several minutes. The wails and sobs were heard. Every tear had dropped. There was nothing left. They had all returned to the counter after that. Bill's head was buried in his arms, recalling those moments again and again. He couldn't forgive himself. After her body had touched the floor, Bill had thrown himself to her, no longer caring about further spilling. Even though he gave her all that remained in the cup, it hadn't worked. It was clearly too late, confirmed seconds later by taking her pulse. He saw her, practically crawling. The poison had already started its job. If she had drank it sooner, it wouldn't have worked. He wasn't totally confident about it. He couldn't know for certain, but for his own sake, he had to believe that. Otherwise, he could not keep going. The door had been impossible to open, so although he had objected, they decided to leave the body there. Sadly, there wasn't any place here to bury her properly either. And moreover, as much as it had hurt to think, they had to keep the crime scene intact. It was undeniable that death hadn't been an accident. Starter's gin had no reason to be in the man's bathroom. And more importantly, there was the state of both doors. The culprit had somehow blocked the bathroom entrance, broken Jin's stall door. Making sure that she was unable to get to her antidote in time was no doubt an unexpected way to commit murder. It undoubtedly broke rule number 1. If by the next antidote delivery everyone got theirs, the culprit would confirm to be that rule. His hands were trembling again. This time, however, the cause was rage. He didn't want revenge, but he did want something. Justice? Perhaps. But answers most of all. Who had been capable of such a thing? Whoever it was, they had to be stopped before there was another victim. There would be one if nothing was done. That death could only create a chain of tragedies. Leaving the bar was a thing of the past. Bill had firmly decided to remain there until everyone was safe. As for how to accomplish that, it was now the biggest mystery of them all. Looking at the barman on the rules menu. Huh. Rule 9 was gone. Jin had been Rule 9, the one that had almost taken his life. Now the danger the objectives posed was gone alongside her. It wasn't something he could celebrate. But when the rules would fall, so the owner saw it. 9 still left, among them his own, still unknown. Finally, the silence broke with a bang. I regret this. Smacked the counter with his fist. Stood and looked at everyone, all practically motionless. Who's the bastard that locked us here? Are you watching this? Say something. Can't take this lightly anymore. Time is limited. We have to choose. Screaming at each other won't do this any good either. Only one choice. The game has begun. We can only play it. Only 3 of us will survive. Even less than that. Seems so. Bill finally raised his head. No, I refuse. You still haven't given up. God, I've had a feeling that we'd get to the first death, but... Wait, what? Where's Lime? Why is Lime missing from this? And all of us to get out of here alive. As long as we're still here, I can't give up. The battle's over, but the war isn't, correct? Exactly. Once in that moment, everyone seemed willing to listen to him. Having to confront their deaths, having to accept them, they yearned for an escape. Who could feel everyone's gazes pressing him for an answer? But... And what's the plan? This time Cigar was the one who raised from his seat. One of us killed that poor young woman. Whoever killed her here. I want to get out of this nightmare. But how am I supposed to trust anyone anymore? What have we done to deserve this? What punishment is this? You're still asking that? That won't get us anywhere. I know, but what do you expect me to say? Someone just died in front of us. I can't accept this so easily, and I shouldn't. This is all completely insane. Until now I've just went along with it, but I can't do it anymore. If you want us dead so much, just come here and do it already. Please, calm down. How? I'll prepare something for you. Doctor nervously tried to calm them down. Bill's head fell down again, as his feelings of uselessness crushed him. Well, that ever he wanted to do something. While being able to do nothing, Jin's image was still etched in his eyes, making him unable to even think. You have to catch the culprit and make them pay. You can't let a killer run around here if you don't stop them. Stop them how? With a vote, it's the only way. So young and already considering murder. How sad. What other choice do we have? Let them free, we'll end up like Jin. No. We can't kill number one. Then everyone can kill. Huh? Why not? Because killing is wrong? No, because we need to protect Rule 1. Wait, what? We want to protect them? Are we the killer or what? For fuck's sake, shut up! Ogre's shout managed to silence everyone in an instant. I only knew her for a few hours, but I still spent some time with Jin. I understand your pain and hatred for the killer. I feel the same. This is what the murderer would want. Let's let her explain herself first. Let's actually do that another time.